Hello YouTube, welcome to the We All Juggle Knives channel and my review of this Bidor parang. Now Bidor is a famous company that makes traditional and authentic working blades in Malaysia, right? And the handle of this has been done up by MyParang.com. The blade length on this is 12 inches, the overall length is about 18 3/4 inches, and the steel is 5160 high carbon steel. Here is a size comparison for you with the K-Bar Becker BK9, the SE Hunglis, a GOLOK by the same brands that I have already reviewed, and the Parang. Here is the sheath that it came with. It has a belt loop, a Velcro retaining strap, it is MOLLE compatible, and it is ballistic nylon. I took this out to the woods to put it through its paces, and I have to say, this is one very tough working blade. Here is some of that footage. First up, chopping on a log. You know, at first, the wood was kind of easy, a little bit rotten, but underneath that, the wood was dry and got harder, and but this parang didn't care. You know, usually you might use a saw. Let's say you didn't have a saw for some reason. This thing can go through this log. I mean, I was just pounding on this. The handle is very good. It gives you a very good grip, and the way that the handle flares out and curves just allows you to apply a lot of force without any danger of it, sliding out the top of your grip. All right, so making short work of that log. This was good exercise. It was like 85 degrees, humid, tons of mosquitoes, you know, good clean fun. All right, so there is your log. This thing has a lot of chopping power, I have to say. You know, these are used in Asia. My Filipino relatives would certainly find uses for this, but it also has plenty of use in the woods of North America where I am. That's the another GOLOK by this same brand. I did a lot of testing on that log. Here's some of that footage. Bam. Now the diameter of that log is such that usually you would not use a parang to go through that, but I'm just doing this to show you just how strong and tough this thing is. I mean, I beat on this like a red-headed stepchild. Alright, next up, I'm going to show some splitting. Now, I'm not suggesting that you replace your hatchet or your splitting fro, right, or your woodsman's pal, right, splitting tool with this, but this is more just to show you the durability, or let's say for some reason this is all you had and you needed to split wood. Look at how thick that dry piece, that kiln-dried firewood was. It resisted for a time, but it could not resist this for very long. And again, this is some good exercise on a hot summer day. I hope you're all doing very well these days during these tough times. You know, I will concentrate on trying to give you entertaining and informative videos and some good equipment. All right, the price on this is usually, it's around $100, you know, between 100 to 110. It may seem like a lot, but this is authentic blade of Malaysia. These things are virtually indestructible. Look at that piece of firewood. It was like pounding into a piece of rock, but it eventually gave it up. Yes, they always eventually give it up to me. So after a short period of time, we split a lot of firewood. You can split it down as thin as you want to make some kindling. Next up, we got some carving. I sped this footage up a little bit for time purposes, but you can use this to chip away at a piece of wood if you have to make a stake, or a spearhead, or a spear from a branch. All right, so just one more use of this. This is also useful for slashing through soft vegetation. Alright, now I prefer to finish with my knife, even though if you didn't have a knife, you could finish the whole thing with this, right? But generally, if I'm carrying a chopping blade, I will also carry a smaller, thinner slicing blade, right? If you have slicing, push cutting, and chopping covered, and then you have a saw, you've got a lot of bases covered. Okay, teamwork, yes. Now remember, all parts of your parang function as tools. If the spine is sharp, it can scrape, and the flat can be used for hammering, for mashing. Final thoughts on this parang. Excellent, authentic working blade of Malaysia. These have been refined over the generations to be essentially a Swiss knife survival tool of the jungle. Essentially, this is the pride of Malaysia, and it's also useful, quite useful, in the wooded hills of North America where I reside. It's virtually indestructible. It's differentially hardened, so it will never snap. If you need something to survive the end of the world and back, bomb-proof doomsday blade, I highly recommend it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoy videos like this, you like machetes, knives, folding knives, fixed blades, multi-tools, air guns, do not hesitate to subscribe. Check out the useful links below the video, and be aware that super thanks are now enabled for most countries for this channel. That is the heart icon. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.